So with the championship kicking off tonight, guys, I thought it would be a good time for me to go ahead and give you 25 reasons why I think the championship is the best league in the world. For this one, I'm very interested to get your guys' opinions on, first of all, do you agree with me that the championship is the best in the world or not? Also, let me know down below, what do you think has been the most iconic moment in the championship? And what's been your favourite moment supporting a club in the championship? Let me know down below, but without further ado, guys, let's jump into this one. So for a league to be considered the best in the world, it's got to have a fair few iconic moments, and the championship is certainly not short of that. When you think about the Premier League, you're probably going to think about the Aguero last-minute goal to go ahead and win City the title, but the championship, it's done even better things than that. For example, if you cast your mind back to the 2012/13 championship season, we saw Watford go up against Leicester in the playoff semi-final. In the second leg of the semi-final, the two teams were drawn 2-2 on aggregate until the 96th minute, where Leicester City went ahead and got a penalty, and then this happened.
Knockout takes, Almunia saves, knockout follows in, Almunia saves again!
And then just 25 seconds after that penalty miss, Troy Deeney went ahead and stepped up with the most iconic moment in the championship to date to go ahead and send Watford to Wembley.
Here's Hogg! Deeney! Do not scratch your eyes! You are really seeing the most extraordinary finish here.
Reason number two why it's the best league in the world is because the championship is not full of plastic fans like some of the leagues may be. In all honesty though, in a lot of the top leagues around the world, you do get a lot of glory hunters, you know. That's certainly not the case in the championship. No one's coming down to Deepdale to go ahead and be a glory hunter. That's certainly not the case in the championship. Reason number three is that the championship is by far the most unpredictable league in the world. Now, that cliche gets thrown around the football world quite a lot really, but I don't think it applies to any league more than it does to the championship. Pretty much from the last 20 years of the championship, we've had a side every season either go up or go down that we didn't expect to. Last season, no one was giving Cardiff a chance to go ahead and finish second and get automatic promotion. We even had people last year predicting Sunderland to go ahead and win the championship, and they went ahead and finished rock bottom. If you go back to my prediction video from last year, people were genuinely predicting Sunderland to go ahead and go straight back up to the Premier League. So because of the unpredictability, it just makes it fascinating to watch. Reason number four is going to be, you may think the Premier League is more entertaining because it's got fan channels on there like Full-Time Devils.
You are nothing, you are a fool, and you are a waste of time.
Or Arsenal Fan TV.
What is he watching? What is he doing?
But once again, the championship goes ahead and outdoes the Premier League. In the championship, we've got Borough Fan TV.
Listen, your songs give me an headache, your fans are ugly, your stadium's minging, and listen, you're not going up, so yeah, well done for beating us today. Round of applause for your 3 points. But I tell you now, you're not going to be better than Borough, ever.
And who could forget, just a couple of years ago, we had MK Dons Fan TV in the championship. That was an absolute gem while it was around.
What's the referee's name? Christopher Kavanagh. I hope you watch this now, son. I hope you watch this and say, if you're a referee in a football league, get yourself down as Specsavers, mate. Because how Cole McFadden deserved the red card is beyond me. Because nowadays, English football, they're getting physical and getting tough. But why is the Brighton player going halfway down and then it's like a typical Italian football? Oh!
I'll leave a link to all the videos I used in the description down below, guys. The guy that made that edit, that's a pretty funny video, I can't lie about that. Reason number five, talking about iconic moments from the Premier League, you may think about the Adebayor moment when he went ahead and scored against Arsenal for Man City, then he ran the length of the pitch to go ahead and celebrate in front of the Arsenal fans. That happens in the championship every year. 2 seasons ago, we had Sam Winnall do this against Barnsley. And then last year we had Aidan McGeady do it against Preston, so that happens every year in the championship. Reason number 6 is that the best goals are scored in the championship. For example, the Ruben Neves goal last season against Derby County was just absolutely out of this world, and if that goal isn't nominated for the Puskas Award, then I don't know what will be. It was an absolute worldie. Reason number 7 is going to be the drama of the playoffs. I don't think there are many other feelings in football than winning a playoff final. Of course, I'm a Preston fan. I've only gone ahead and seen us win the League One playoff final, but even that was just absolutely magical. And so winning the Championship playoff final will just be indescribable. Of course, over the last few years in the Championship, we've had some very dramatic moments in the playoffs as well. Of course, we had the Troy Deeney moment, we had the Bobby Zamora last-minute winner for QPR against Derby, Huddersfield winning on penalties the other year. We're certainly not short of drama in the playoffs. Reason number 8 why the Championship is the best is that we have Tuesday night fixtures. There aren't many better things really than going on a massive trek away day for a Tuesday night game in the freezing cold. It is just brilliant. There's something about Tuesday night games under the floodlights in the Championship which just has a magical feeling about it. Reason number 9 why the Championship is the best is that we have the Steel City derby between Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday. There aren't many other more fierce rivals in English football. I mean, the Manchester derby is just a BTEC Sheffield derby, let's be real. Reason number 10 is the limbs in the Championship for away fans is absolutely insane. When you get a large travelling away from home and when you go ahead and pop up with a 90th minute winner, the limbs in the Championship, they can't be compared. Reason number 11, you may think the Premier League is still better than the Championship because it had iconic moments where teammates turned on each other, like Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer. That happens every week in the Championship pretty much. The other season, of course, we had Jermaine Beckford and Owen Doyle go ahead and start a scrap with each other, two Preston fans. I mean, that was pretty much the same. Reason number 12 why the Championship is the best, because anyone can quite literally beat anyone in the Championship. I mean, take it back to last year, on the final day of the season, Sunderland went ahead and beat Wolves 3-0. Sunderland had already been relegated. Wolves had won the Championship. They were in polar opposite ends of the table, and Sunderland came up with that. Reason number 13 is that we have the second City derby in the Championship. Once again, one of the most fierce rivals in English football. The battle for Birmingham in this one between Aston Villa and Birmingham City. I mean, realistically, that walks all over the North London derby. Reason number 14 is going to be the last-minute drama, which happens all the time in the Championship. I'll cast your mind back to last year when we had Wolves going up against Cardiff. Only in the Championship can you see a side miss not just one, but two penalties in stoppage time and end up losing the game to their main promotion rivals. And then at the end of the game, it's fair to say the managers didn't get along too well. Reason number 15 is going to be the stadiums that you get to visit in the Championship. One week you can end up at Villa Park, which holds about 42,000 people, and the next week you can end up at the New York City Stadium at Rotherham United, which holds 12,000. And I absolutely love that. I love the diversity with the Championship stadiums, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way. Reason number 16 is going to be that spending in the Championship doesn't necessarily grant you success. In the Premier League a lot, we see, you know, the Big Six going ahead and splashing out huge amounts of money. In the Championship, we see clubs spending a lot of money, but that doesn't always guarantee success. Recently, you know, we've seen a lot of clubs being hit by transfer embargoes and financial fair play looming over them after they overspent in the past and it didn't get them any success. So in the Championship, that's another thing I like about it. Reason number 17 is going to be the chants in the Championship. Fans don't take themselves too seriously. Let me know down below what is your favourite chant of a Championship club. I personally quite enjoyed this one from last year. Reason number 18 why the Championship is the best is that the relegation battles are just as entertaining as what's going on at the top of the table. If you cast your mind back to last season, we had 5 teams on the final day of the season who could have still potentially gone down, and it was an absolute circus at times to go ahead and watch the bottom of the table. They were constantly flipping around between each other, and of course in the end it was Aaron Wilbraham for Bolton Wanderers who came up clutch for them with a huge goal.
Into the penalty area! They've scored! Bolton lead! 3-2!
Reason number 19 why the Championship is the best is that there are 24 teams in the league instead of 20, of course meaning there will be more football played, and I mean, what's not to love about more football? Reason number 20 why the Championship is the best is because there is a genuine connection between the players and the fans of Championship clubs, which I feel is sort of lost the higher up you get into the Premier League. Reason number 21 is that we have the Bristol City goal gifts. They went viral last season really, and we saw a couple of teams try to copy them, some in the Premier League. They didn't really have the same effects, and I'm not gonna lie, I do quite like the Bristol City gifts. I quite enjoy them, really. Reason number 22 is that the atmosphere in the Championship is absolutely fantastic. In the Premier League, with some of the top clubs especially, you tend to get quite a few tourists going, really. That doesn't tend to happen in the Championship, and that goes ahead and generates better atmospheres. What I want to know from you guys is, which group of away fans do you think are the best in the Championship? Do you think it's Leeds United, Villa, one of the Sheffield clubs? There's quite a few that travel well in the Championship. Reason number 23 is that you always get teams bottling it, which is quite funny, really. Of course, they're not going to find it funny. Derby County being the main example, who seem to bottle it every year they're here, really. But probably one of the most funny ones was Brighton back in 2016/17. Of course, they still went on to get promoted, but in the last 3 games of the season, they only needed to go ahead and win one of them to go ahead and clinch the league title from Newcastle United, and they ended up losing 2 and drawing 1, and of course Newcastle then went ahead and won the league. They still got promoted, but it was funny nevertheless. Reason number 24 may seem like a bit of an odd point, really, but the Championship is still actually about football. Of course, the standard of football isn't always the best, I'm not going to argue with that, but what we're seeing now, especially with a lot of the big clubs, is they're just becoming money machines and corporations who have just lost all touch with their fans, and I don't think that's the case with the Championship. I think all the clubs are genuinely very grounded, and it's still about the football. And then finally, guys, to go ahead and wrap up, reason number 25 is that the Championship can produce moments of magic which will go ahead and live with you forever, like I'm about to show you guys. So if you did go on to enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. It is always massively appreciated. As well as that, make sure you do subscribe for some regular Championship content. I, for one, cannot wait to see Championship football to be returning for us later tonight, guys. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Knockout takes, Almunia saves, knockout follows in, Almunia saves again. Absolutely astonishing. Now here come Watford. Forestieri. Here's Hogg. Deeney! Do not scratch your eyes. You are really seeing the most extraordinary finish here. To the penalty area. It's gone. Bolton lead. 3-2. Say goodbye to the pain of the past. Say hello to the Championship.